I want to say I'm really, really happy to be in Oakland.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really proud of Oakland.
That's what's up.
I've been watching you, and I am especially proud of the people who have been involved with the Occupy movement.
Yeah.
And I know everybody can't leave. I know some of you have reasons why you can't be at the occupation, but we all do what we can. I've tried to do some fundraising. I've tried to do different things to participate. So I encourage you, even if you can't be there the whole time, if you feel that you can contribute in some way, whether it's raising awareness and just blogging about it, tweeting, going down there when you can, fundraising, whatever you can do. I hope we can all become involved in governing ourselves and not letting corporations run our lives. I'm going to read you a story that I don't usually read, so it may be a little choppy, but it reminded me of some stuff that I saw in the news. And this happened in 1979 in LA. There was a concert that we had gone to, and the Go-Go's were playing. The wild, crazy Go-Go's were playing, right? And yes, and I go down to the lobby and I happen to go to the bathroom, and when I walked back, I see this phalanx, this row upon row of riot police waiting to storm the concert because those crazy wild Go-Go's were playing. And so this is, I'm with my boyfriend, his name is Bruce, and you'll hear me mention him in the story. And his brother Jeff, Bruce and Jeff were in a band called The Middle Class, which some of you may have heard of. His brother Jeff is still inside, and Bruce and I are getting out, and Jeff's girlfriend is in there too. So here's the story. It was 1979, an age before cell phones and readily available video cameras. If only we'd had cell phones, we'd been able to text Bruce's brother and his girlfriend Dorothy to warn them of the advancing stormtroopers. We could have called from the lobby and advised our friends to evacuate. It only took seconds between the time the LAPD commander ordered us to disperse and the advancement of the foot soldiers up the stairs. If only we'd had video cameras, we'd have been able to document the brutal abuse of police power that took place over the next 10 minutes. Instead, it was left to black and white photographic images and painful bruises, broken bones and split scalps to tell the story of what really happened on the night when officially sanctioned violence became part of the LA punk scene. I couldn't help looking back as we hurried away, and the images were seared on my brain. LAPD wielding their batons as though they were striking human piñatas rather than young kids made of flesh and blood. Concert goers trying desperately to escape the building had to run past a phalanx of riot police who beat them mercilessly as they fled. More cops arrived to join the ranks of those already making their way into the building. "Get out of here now!" An officer yelled at us as we distanced ourselves from the scene of the growing disaster. We scattered like rats, which is just how we felt. Running away, feeling small and powerless, unable to help our friends. It was a hopeless situation. When we finally did hear from Bruce's brother, Jeff, and his girlfriend Dorothy, we discovered that they had been badly beaten by the police. Both of them had been clubbed brutally, and their injuries had landed them in the emergency room, where they'd had to have vicious cuts on their scalp stitched back together. They weren't the only ones who'd been injured. Dozens of innocent bystanders had been clubbed while attempting to leave the building. But perhaps because Jeff was in a well-known band, they attracted more attention than others. They bravely went forth on local television and spoke out against the injustice of what had taken place, forcing the LAPD to respond. They put a human face on what the public saw as just a bunch of weird-looking, troublemaking kids. After receiving a bit of media attention, they met with a lawyer about the possibility of suing the LAPD for use of excessive force, but the lawyer advised them against it. "Sure," he told them, "you could sue. You might even win, but you'd better hope that you never get pulled over for a traffic ticket." Jeff and Dorothy had plenty of witnesses who had seen what had been done to them. and the medical documentation of their injuries, but the implication was clear. If you tangled with the LAPD, they'd get you back someday, one way or another. It would be many years before the videotaping of Rodney King's arrest and beating would set the city on fire and bring about some change in the abuse of power by the rotten apples in the Los Angeles Police Department. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to do a song that that I'm borrowing from some friends of mine, Chip and Tony Kinman, who used to do a song called Class War, and I thought this was the perfect place to do it. And Penelope, is Penelope out there? Penelope, are you out there? Well, okay, she was going to come, but I guess she couldn't make it, so we're going to do it without her.
Everybody,